Hi.
Can you see me now?
Yes, I can see you now and I can see Saeed as well.
Hello.
Hi,
Fine.
Coach Arif. Hi,
Great.
Said. How are you?
Fine, fine, thank you. How are you guys doing?
Good, good. So are you,
So happy
I'll
Diwali.
just, yeah, happy Diwali. I'll just show you my mom's temple. She has really done a beautiful thing
Oh,
here. And that's my mom.
Hello and wish you a very happy Diwali. It's really beautiful.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Same to you.
lots of sweets, I
Hi
guess.
Pradeep. Hello. Hello Raina. Happy Diwali everyone. And I can see,
Happy Diwali.
yeah, and I can hear a lot of crackers around your place.
Absolutely. People
Yeah,
go berserk on Diwali. They are unstoppable.
wonderful.
Okay.
So where
Um,
exactly are
so,
you from, Arif, Said? Where are you from?
So I'm in Delhi.
Eric, go ahead.
I'm in Delhi and Saeed himself.
I'm in Andhra Pradesh. I'm in Visakhapatnam, and yeah, we've
Wonderful.
been coaches for some time. And what about you?
I'm from Chandigarh, very much
Oh,
north. So you are, I think, the fag
yeah,
end of south,
I'm
right?
yes,
And
yes,
Delhi is in the mid. So we are Chandigarh, Delhi is like 250
Yeah,
kilometers.
yeah.
yeah, very close.
Yes. But Diwali is celebrated all across the same.
True, true.
Yeah.
It's a noisy evening all over the country.
Oh, amazing, right? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, so a
And
lot of people
I
are
must
saying
congratulate
happy.
both of you. Sorry, I didn't hear you, Arif.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying happy Diwali. So, happy Diwali, everyone. So, Pradeep is here, Rena, Kunal, Vivek.
Happy Diwali,
Uh,
everyone. So I
Sweet.
can't see the chat here. Probably some lag on my site.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes it happens.
Today
Yes, so
there is a slack.
very great. So, you were telling something, Anuradha.
Yeah, I was saying that we all are so blessed. We are in the business of transformations, something that we are doing, and we are kind of happy being kind and also being paid for it. So I think our clients give us such a peaceful, life, day, night. I feel very peaceful that I could make a little difference in somebody's life. And imagine, and we are getting paid for that as well. So I tell my clients, it's not you who are benefiting, rather we are getting benefited, isn't
that's the real
it?
That's
benefit.
true.
Actually.
That's
Yeah,
true.
that's the real benefit.
Absolutely.
So, it happens like in every place. Whenever two people come together, the value transfer happens both sides. It may not be the same, but the value transfer will always happen, whether it's a teacher student or coach and the client or any other profession, right? The value
Absolutely.
transformation, value transfer will happen.
Absolutely.
Hi,
And
Harsimran. Yeah, yeah, Saeed.
yeah, yeah. Go ahead, go ahead. You're saying something.
Yeah, I was just acknowledging our audience. So Harsimran, Ritesh, uh, they have just joined.
Well, it's amazing
Yeah,
actually.
Saeed.
People are joining in spite of today being Diwali and there's a lot of things happening. I'm sure a lot of things happening at the end. And in spite of that, people joined. Really appreciate it. Really, truly
True.
appreciate it. And now today, I think Arif, we are going to discuss something, an important thing, right? Uh, so I was just thinking about it. Today, we were to talk about what's actually stopping us. So I hear this quote once said that life would be so much easier if we stop getting on our own way. So there is something called this, and each one of us at some point or other there is some amount of self sabotage that we do to ourselves. So that's the thing that we want to discuss today. And Arif, I would like to know your thoughts on this. What is actually self-sabotage? And let's start there.
Sure. Shall I take the baton from here? Right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
go ahead.
Anuradha, please go
So
ahead.
yeah. So something my son just told me, like I came here, my mom had a bad back, and still she was cleaning the rangoli colors which was spread. So I told mom, you need to take care of your health first, and then पहले अपना देखो फिर सफाई का सोचो आपकी बैक में पेन है बेल्ट लगाई है. And my son was very patiently hearing, and he said that same goes for you, mom. Self love that you teach everyone. Why don't you think about yourself too? You are also the same compulsive. We inherit these habits. Good evening, Papa. एक minute. अच्छा एक minute. So, so that is what I think self sabotage is. Knowingly, because of our own habits, we are ruining our own, health, our mindset for small, minuscule things that can be ignored actually. So I think that's the very much I give my examples always. So I say that my mess becomes my message. So whatever I go through, then I, try that people are not committing the same mistake. So I think
Thank
very
you.
important lesson. Yeah.
Thank you so much. And that's really good. I mean, what you said is really bang on. And often we neglect ourselves, and then when you try to let's say you try to give a charity, you can give it 2 rupees only when you have 10 rupees in your pocket. So similarly, when you are good, and then you can do good to others, right? So,
Absolutely.
Arif, what's your take on this?
Yeah. So first of all, Anuradha, that was a very good example that you have just shared. So self sabotage is like, there is a driver. We are the drivers of our journey of life, and at times we ourselves become roadblocks. Okay, so
True.
when
True.
I am driving and I'm doing something, I'm moving ahead, and then suddenly you know with some reason, or sometimes without reason, or sometimes because of just convenience or laziness, I apply brakes, and so I'm becoming my own roadblock. So that is self sabotaging, right? So for example, you know as Anuradha was sharing her example, I give my example. Just few days ago, uh, there were three moments when I just became very casual in what I was eating, and I just had anything that I was in front of me, okay, without even thinking about it. Thinking, the thought was कि एक बार खाने में क्या हो जाएगा, and it happened thrice in 3 days, and I knew those things trigger badly, and here I am. I'm not. I got sick, and the air is changing, the weather is changing, and everything just came together, and I just know became sick. So that's like applying uh, suddenly something which I'm not used to, right? That is self sabotage.
But but Arif, I mean, we all know that this is going to hurt us, but invariably we still do it, or we still find ourselves in that, right? So, what's the root cause here? What is responsible for this?
Yeah. So I just gave that example that one thought. I cannot hear you, Anuradha. You were saying
Oh
something.
yes, thank you
Yeah.
so much. I had muted my video before. So I'm
Okay.
saying it is एक द्वंद है. It's a dilemma. We are between our mind and our heart. So my heart tells me to, I like something, I want to eat it and I want to relish it, but my brain tells me it is not good for me. I should not have it. So it's always between your both the faculties. So now we have to understand if the self love is strong, then we will do what is right for us, not what we, like. So it's always, that is very, very important. So it is all about mind control. And we all say that mind is the best servant and the worst master. So we have to master our mind, and only then we can do things which are favorable for us.
That's
I think the
just
more
absolutely
stronger
true,
thing is
Anuradha.
that I mean, what you want to do, like like the diet, that the example that we have, that may be a little bit easier or more doable. But most often, the failure comes from the fear that we hold of the unknown, the something that we have not even tried and not even done, and that's that's the real place I think the sabotage is taking place. So, I mean, the real culprit is okay, you, but within you, if you dig deep, where it is going actually.
So it is coming from the thoughts. There are some conscious and then some unconscious beliefs that we have accumulated right over a period of time because of our experiences, because of the knowledge that we have. Now, for example, I have understood, okay, that this thing irritates my gut. Okay, that is something which irritates my gut. Now, because I have that knowledge, so let's say because of some because it's been a lot many years that I haven't taken or eaten that particular thing, and if I uh, you know in that particular moment I forget and I give myself some thought. Okay, what will happen if I eat just once, right? Nothing happens. So this is one thought, right? Now it is pushing me to eat that particular thing in that moment. Now next moment I will feel guilty because I have this knowledge in my mind that this thing triggers my gut. Okay, so if so there can be two things: either that knowledge that it triggers my gut and I'm now guilty. Now feeling of guilt is the worst. So it will damage the it will give the most damage after that. And let's say a person who doesn't even know, he may also have some damage, but it will be not as big as which is because of the guilt that a person has. So sometimes it is the subconscious mind, sometimes it is those beliefs that we have. uh, these things come automatically. Sometimes we can be aware, sometimes we may not be aware.
Now, let me take this further. The most feared thing of all human beings that is that public speaking. Okay. Now, let's say there is a child and he's asked in the school to do some talk, and he goes out there and the kids will laugh at him, right? That's what often happens. And this happened, let's say, a couple of times. Now he's invariably some thoughts have been already formed. His subconscious mind has already registered that I go there, people are going to make fun of me. I'm going to laugh at it. Okay. Now this got registered and slowly it is getting programmed. And that's how most of us, when we create blocks for ourselves, that's where it is coming from. That's the kind of programming technique. Now, how do we reprogram that? How do we rewire it? Because obviously when we are out there, I mean, as long as you're a student, maybe there is a leverage, there is a chance to stick. But when you get into your professional world, when you get into work, when you want to make a living for yourself, you need to cross these barriers and you need to put yourself out there and you need to be successful. So how do you beat that?
Yeah. So the first thing is that, as you rightly said, that because of those beliefs, we have this inner programming, and we may become aware sometimes, and for some things we may not be even aware, right? How we are programmed, and our act is going to be on autopilot. Like we have set patterns of what we eat, what we think, how we do things. Right? There is a set pattern, and 95% times or even more, we behave in an automated manner. Right? Because it's easy. Our mind has a capacity to take decisions, a few decisions in a day. Okay, it doesn't want burden that it has to take decision every time. So what it does is it programs that if, let's say, this thing happens, I will do this. If somebody abuses, I will do this. If somebody fights, I will do this. If somebody shouts, I will do this. So that's a specific pattern. Now you have to actually see, i- are those patterns helping you or they are damaging you. So if you think that there is some pattern and which is damaging you, you can actually reprogram it. We have that system in our mind, or it is present, which is also called neuroplasticity. If you read about it, if you must have heard about it, right? So you can actually reprogram your mindset, reprogram your belief system. Okay, and there are several ways. Of course, coaching helps like nothing. Nothing else can can transform a person's mindset and belief, what a good coach can do, right? But you can yourself do that by creating awareness and changing your uh, belief system.
Yeah, I think when you mention neuroplasticity, I think Tony Robbins, he writes a lot about it. He speaks a lot about it. Basically, what I understand is that this thing called that fear or whatever it is that we create for ourselves. It's basically it's like our friend who doesn't want to hurt us. He want to keep us in our comfort zone. Anything new try, you want to try anything new, any new thing you want to do or new situation. So basically, what it tells you is that why do you want to try that? Maybe you will fail. Maybe not. So by doing that, it's keeping you in your comfort zone, and you also buy it easily. You will keep it, and you will live with it. So one need to make some conscious effort to get out of that comfort zone and face the reality. Because change always doesn't mean trouble. Change, and a lot of times that as we have experienced, brings you better things, better rewards, better experiences, and better consequences. As long
True.
as you do it consciously and in a calculated manner.
True.
Now,
So
so
Anuradha has dropped from the call, and I just wanted to thank her to come here and share her Diwali celebrations, and also her story about how self-sabotage can actually stop a person from growing.
yeah, understand that she has some guests there, and it's nice that she joined at least. Yeah,
Yeah.
and all
So
other people who have joined there, nice of you guys. Once again, happy Diwali. So before we conclude, Darif, uh, let's give some powerful techniques that can prevent self-sabotage.
so one thing is that you become aware. The first step is you become aware of what your pattern is. What are those beliefs that are actually hampering you, stopping you from achieving the desired growth or success you want in your life? What are those thoughts that are coming? For example, you start some new action, new. It can be because for the career, it can be for health, or it can be for building relationship. You started something, but then over a period of time, you have this in my mind that I am not enough, or I am not good enough, or I may not able to sustain. At times, people have fear of even success. Okay, so recognize those thoughts, and then uh, i- now you have to uh, find out how you can think the opposite, or think the constructive and the more positive thought. Okay, so every positive thought may have a negative thought in the mind, and every negative thought will have a positive thought also. So find the counter thought, and then you can try affirmations. Okay, so maybe not in one day, maybe not in 10 days, but over a period of time, you will start believing that uh, you know you can achieve something, or you can do something positive. You can do something creative. So the first thing is recognizing and affirmation. The second, I talk about mindfulness a lot in my workshop. So mindfulness makes you uh, stay more present in whatever you are doing. When you practice mindfulness, you are more aware of what is happening, what your actions are. Sorry, what are those things that are stopping you, and what are those blockages that you are creating for yourself? We were talking about self-sabotage. So when you become aware, your mind will tell automatically that you have to do something about it, and eventually you will do something. So mindfulness is a good thing. Also, you can practice visualization. So visualization is one thing which sports uh, people use a lot. Okay, what so they visualize success, that they are holding a trophy, or they are winning a race, or they are winning a cricket match. So they visualize a lot, and when they visualize, their mind is getting ready to accept their success. When people have that fear of failure or fear of success, they are not ready to accept their success, and they are not able to even believe that they can achieve success. So visualization help you to accept that you can achieve success. So these are a few ways, and if something similar happens when you journal activities,
Yeah.
your daily actions. So journaling also helps.
Well, that's a
Yeah,
good share, Arif. I mean, very nice tips there. I would just add that whenever there is an opportunity, or whenever there is something new you set out to do, when your fear stops, or when you self doubt stops, what you could do, you take a piece of paper and write down what are the things that you think can go wrong, and what are the things that you think can go right. And I'm sure most of the times you'll find things that can go right will be more than the things that can go wrong. Because after all, you're trying something new and it is something better, right? So there is a fear in living with what you have, and there is a fear in trying something new. So choose new, because progress is in the new. Progress is in forward. Progress is in going forward. So with that said, I think it's very noisy out there, and there's hardly I can hear what you speak, and I'm sure your side also same. So before we conclude, just any final thoughts?
yeah. So I just want to share that self sabotage can be sneaky. You may feel that, okay, how can I uh, you know become a roadblock for myself, or how I can sabotage my success myself. And at times we may blame others also, but it is uh, it is not unbeatable. You can beat it, and what you require is you recognize and challenge, and then take support whenever it is required. Thank you.
Thank you, Arif. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys, who have joined. I hope you happy Diwali once again, and see you next Thursday, same time, same place.
Happy Diwali, everyone. Bye bye.